Okay, so this video is about top tier. So we're gonna be talking about the wall machines and the jars. We're gonna start with the wall machine. So first I wanna just explain winners and then we'll kind of go into top tiers because you have to understand the winners. So we're gonna pretend like I've got my paperwork here. It's the end of the night, I'm recording my prizes. So my two tickets that happened to go out was a 600 and a 50. There's no such thing as a $600 winner. Yes, you're giving the customer $600 of cash, but when we turn this around, we see that it's broken down into 100s and 50s. So the 600 is a combination of 100s and 50s. How do we figure that out? Well, if we look here, we see that these have 8 winning lines. And it's kind of confusing. We have 3 vertical, we have 3 horizontal, and we have 2 diagonal. So for something to be a winning line, there has to be a line going through 3 pictures. So we're gonna just look at this 50 as an example because it's pretty easy. We see that it is alligator, alligator, map. You see there's an orange line going through that. Well, we look up here, we see alligator, alligator, map, that's a 50. So that's how we break down the winners. So let's just quickly go through this $600 winner. We've got a diagonal, let's do our verticals. We've got vertical, vertical, vertical. We've got 100, 100. This line here does not have a winning line, so there's nothing there. Then we would do our horizontals and our diagonals. This ends up being 5 100s and 2 50s. So we would record that plus our other 50. So we end up having 3 50s and 5 100s. I will also attach a picture in this video of this. How do we know what our top tier is then? We don't have a physical jar to tell us. The machine doesn't say that the 100 is the top tier. What we do is we flip it over, whatever the highest amount that pays out. So we see 100s and 50s. Well, 100 is our top tier because that's the highest amount that pays out. Hence, we would fill that out on top tier winners redeemed. So we had 5 100s go down, so we do 5 and we write the serial number. We need to make sure that the 5 100s are on the same ticket. If this happened to have 3 100s and this happened to have 2, we want to make sure the serial numbers are the same. If they weren't, we would put 3 for the top tier, the serial number, and then 2 top tier, and then the serial number. If you have any questions, please reach out. Okay, so now we are going to talk about jars. So we want to talk about the top tier. So we recorded our ending cash. Now we're getting down to our prizes. We're gonna start with our no-fly zone. And here we have our 50s, our 100s, and our 200s. So I'm going to just kind of fan these out so we can see them a little bit better. I will also attach a still picture that shows these just to give you a better example. So when we're recording these, we need to do them by denomination. We're gonna start with our 50. We had 1. This is a $100 ticket. You see how there's 3 100s. We wanna record every single highlighted yellow number. So we've got 1, 2, 3 100s. That's why we have 100, 3, 300. Last but not least, we have 200s here. There happens to be 6 of them. So 6 200s. Then we get our total. Next, we have our top tier. Our top tier, our jars over here tell us what our top tier is. So no fly zone, top tier is 200, okay? So we see that it is 200. It's always going to be 200 or 100. It will never be both. So for that particular game, it's 200. So we will put how many we had. We had 6 of them. We will record 6 and write the serial number. You want to make sure that these 200s, these are both tickets with 200s, that they're the same serial number. If this one had a different serial number, we'd put 3 with this serial number, 3 with this serial number. Now we're gonna move on to get your bassin gear. We would record however many winners came out. There were only $5 winners. So you see here, we have 4 $5 winners. I'm just showing you one as an example. When we record these, we're gonna do this. It's not gonna be a top tier. For that particular game, the top tier is 100, so it's completely irrelevant, so we don't have to worry about that.